Well, hey there, folks. I'm meteorologist Matt Barrentine. Of course, we are keeping our eye on Hurricane Erin out in the Atlantic off the east coast of the U.S. here today. Obviously, it's a scary look to it, but the good news is it's not going to make a direct impact. At least the center of it won't on land. So this will be a glancing blow to the Carolinas, especially the Outer Banks. They'll get some rough surf, definitely some coastal erosion and issues like that, but they will not be taking a direct impact from what is a very large storm. It's very wide and large. 100-mile-per-hour winds, Cat 2 here for us today, moving up to the north-northwest at 13. Here's your forecast path with Erin, and you can see that there. It is going to be staying, at least the center of it, like I said, staying off land, which is good. There will still be obviously side impacts for the storm. It'll work its way back out into the North Atlantic here in the next several days. And then there's going to be one kind of falling right on its heels. And that one, it may a more northerly turn towards Bermuda over time. And then there's one even farther out. Let me get my little arrow up here so we can show you what I'm talking about. This one here, and I want you to notice with this one how small the development zone is. It doesn't stretch out to here, and the reason why it doesn't is because it's diving south, and it's probably going to develop and then go too far south. That's going to be the case here with this one. I mean, so this is the radar. I mean, you can see it on the satellite. It looks very healthy this morning, but the problem with this system is that line that you see, the straight line, I should say, underneath all those models, this line here, that is 10 degrees north latitude. The equator is right here. See, systems need to move away from the equator to get spin from something we call the Coriolis effect. That's the spin of the Earth creates the spin that starts a system spinning. If a system's not spinning, it really can't get itself together, at least not a tropical system. So some of the models are just straight up killing this because it's staying too far south. Some of them kind of take it into South America or right along the coastline there. So it's going to struggle is basically the point. It may develop here and then it's going to struggle because once again, it disrupts the circulation of the storm to be that far south. So it's going to have a really hard time getting together. So concern levels here are still pretty low with this one. We'll have to keep watching it over time, obviously. I'd be more concerned to see if it, as a remnant low, manages to sort of reemerge over here into the Caribbean. If it is going to do that, that's more than a week away. So don't worry about it too much at this point, but just something to be aware of. A lot of activity in the tropics, but not really a whole lot going on as far as anything severe. Here's what it looks like on the heat index forecast, and it's obviously going to be pretty hot today, pretty hot tomorrow. But then you see chances the heat index does go down later in the week, so there will be some improvements down the line that we'll see here across the year. And the reason we'll see these improvements is because there is a front, and it's up here around the Memphis area right now, somewhere in right about there it looks like at this moment. And behind that are northerly winds and some more drier, somewhat more pleasant air. Now, by the time this gets down to us, it'll moderate. So it's not going to be a big difference, but it will make a difference, and I'll show you that in the long-range forecast. I just wanted to let you know today, really pretty quiet. Just a couple of pop-up showers and storms today, about 20 to 30% chance. So it's a low rain chance kind of day to day, so it should be good to go here on your Wednesday. The afternoon will be hot, once again, well up into the 90s, so very hot and toasty out there this afternoon. This evening, pretty mild out there if you got to run around, do some errands. No real problems out there this evening. And here is through the rest of the week going into the upcoming weekend. And what you'll notice on here is that the temperatures do cool down a little bit as we head into the weekend. I say cool down. We go from 95 to 91, 94 to 90. So we're only talking a few degrees. But hey, we'll take what we can get. And you'll notice too that the rain chances are a little bit higher for the upcoming weekend as well. So we'll have a few more scattered showers and storms around. And then next week might get a little interesting. We're going to have some drier air come in after the weekend. And it looks like Monday and Tuesday of next week, the mornings will drop back down to around 70, which is, for this time of year is not bad. I mean, I know it doesn't sound like much, but once again, in August, you take your small winds, so less humid next week. And it looks like the highs in the second half of the week may only be in the upper 80s. So, like I said, small winds here. We'll take them where we can get them. That's what's going to happen here in August. It's the best you're going to do. Thank you so much for joining us here on Fox 10. We'll catch up with you soon. Bye now.